friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here to talk about all of my reading in February. I managed to pull off a great trick this month, which is I read a book for every single day of the month. Did I read a book every day? No. I'll get to that. But we're gonna run through really quickly everything I read. I'm just gonna give you what I rated it and move right on. So it's gonna be like this book rating. And then at the end, I will give you like a highlight of my faves. Because I read so much this month, I don't want this video to be 45 minutes long if I like give summaries for everything. If you want more in-depth reviews, I do always leave something on Goodreads talking about how I felt about the book, so feel free to check that out. Let's get to it. The Lord I Left by Scarlett Peckham, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Love Lettering by Kate Claiborne, 4 out of 5 stars. Gentleman's Guide to Getting Lucky by Mackenzie Lee, 3 out of 5 stars. Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace, 5 out of 5 stars. This Is How You Lose the Time Warp by Amal El Motar and Max Gladstone, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Let's Talk About Love by Claire Kahn, 3 out of 5 stars. Intercepted by Alexa Martin, 4 out of 5 stars. Pulling Doubles by Christina C. Jones, 4 out of 5 stars. Zenny by Rebecca Weatherspoon, 4.5 out of 5 stars. Bending All the Rules by Christina C. Jones, 4 out of 5 stars. Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, 5 out of 5 stars. Sick Kids in Love by Hannah Moskowitz, 5 out of 5 stars. Spark by Aletha Romig, 4 out of 5 stars. Secrets by Aletha Romig, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Lies by Aletha Romig, 3.5 out of 5 stars. On Her Master's Secret Service by Lexi Blake, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Accidental Tryst by Mia London, 0 stars, no rating. His Cocky Valet by Cole McCade, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Promises by Aletha Romig, 4 out of 5 stars. The Austen Playbook by Lucy Parker, 4 out of 5 stars. Sinful Temptation by London Hale, 4 out of 5 stars. No. 3 out of 5 stars. A Cowboy to Remember by Rebecca Weatherspoon, 4 out of 5 stars. The Duke's Stolen Bride by Sophie Jordan, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Blind Date with a Book Boyfriend by Lucy Eden, 4.5 out of 5 stars. P.S. It's Always Been You, parts 1, 2, and 3 by Lauren Blakely, 3 out of 5 stars for all of those. A Pinch of Sugar by Jessica Kane, 3 out of 5 stars. And A Dash of Spice by Jessica Kane, 3 out of 5 stars. So I just went through 29 books very quickly. So everything will be linked down below to Amazon and Goodreads for you. I will note what is an Audible original or Audible Escape title, what is on KU, and then obviously if it's not on those, it won't be marked. So you should be able to quickly flip through. But to highlight a few books I read in February that I really loved. I loved The Lord I Left by Scarlett Peckham. I don't know why, as like a heathen, I adore well done texts that investigate religion and belief systems, but The Lord I Left is a lyrical gothic romance, and it's all about the whipping house, and it's so good. He's investigating it and trying to come up with a way to deal with it and like how they should handle the whipping house, and he's trying not to fall in love with her. It just made me so happy. I cannot recommend it enough. I really love Scarlett Peckham's writing. If you have any interest in it, she does have a release coming out with Avon this year, so she does have like a major publisher releasing her work soon. Along for the Ride by Mimi Grace. This is a quick read. It's under 250 pages. I was surprised at how good this was for a debut. So debuts can be really good, we all know that, but I just didn't expect this to be as good as it was, and I really loved how it went from like enemies to friends to lovers. I read this for Black Love-a-thon, I believe, and I will link the vlog up above so you can go check it out, and down below if you like. Okay, then Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan was another highlight. I finally read it. I've been putting it off. It is a hard-hitting read. It is heavy, it is a lot, but I do think if you have an interest in reading it, check out the trigger warnings, content warnings, and give it a try. Last I checked, it was still free online, but it's so good. Very good. It was a lot. I cried a lot. And then Sick Kids in Love by Hannah Moskowitz was a perfect contemporary-thon pick. I had been wanting to read that book. A lot of my friends have talked about this book and loving it. I'm so glad I picked it up, and I'm so glad that I read it because it felt like a warm hug. It is about 2 sick kids in love, and they don't die, so it's delightful. Let's see. And then last but not least is Blind Date with a Book Boyfriend by Lucy Eden. So I actually haven't read Lucy Eden yet. I actually know her, and I'm a bad person. I always get nervous to read my friend, like people I would consider a friend or an acquaintance's work, because I'm afraid I'm gonna hate it. But Blind Date with a Book Boyfriend was the perfect fast-paced novella that I like super needed this last weekend at the end of the month. And it allowed me to help me hit my 29 books in February, but also it was just like the perfect little like nod to all things romance, the things we love in romance books and why we love romance and books we all know. It just like, I don't always love the like dropping references of other things into your story, but this one worked, and it worked really, really well, and I cannot wait to read more by Lucy Eden. So just to talk about how I managed to read a book a day this month, I did read a lot of novellas, just so you know, like I'm being transparent here. Like it's not like, oh, I read 29 books this month. Like no, it was a lot of novellas, and some of the stats, let me pull those up and we'll talk about them. So for February, my monthly stats were obviously 29 books read, 7,777 pages, approximately. I had to guess on the page count for the Lauren Blakely series I read. I listened to 44.5 hours of audio. Let's see, 15 of the 29 books were audiobooks. So like I usually have a pretty even split, and or audio is way ahead because I'm able to listen to it and do so many other things, aka other hobbies besides reading, and that helps me bolster my reading overall for the year. So yeah, I did almost listen to exactly even in audiobooks and reading this month. And I'm already starting off March with 3 books in progress, and pretty much once I finish those, they'll just fall like clockwork. What else? Yeah, I had a really good February reading month. I felt good reading this month. I don't know what was going on or why. I think the life stress in some ways was less, maybe. I don't know. It just was nice. Like February was a good month. It felt good. I am gonna leave this at that. I'm trying to do this very quickly. We have a lot going on today. Unfortunately, I've had a not great Monday, which is why this is posting so late. But we're gonna leave it at that, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know about your reading month in the comments. Bye.